Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of Songwriting for Beginners. If you've been following along, you've already shattered those beginner myths from episode 1. No, you don't need to be a prodigy. And yes, cultural immersion from poetry to history can fuel your fire, just like it did for Dylan or Swift. Then, in episode 2, we mapped out song structure, verses as your storytellers, choruses loaded with unforgettable hooks, bridges delivering that essential twist, and the pro tip on rhythmic contrast that powers 90% of modern hits. Remember Benson Boone's Beautiful Things? That slow, vulnerable verse unraveling into a frantic, explosive chorus? It's the blueprint for emotional liftoff. If you're jumping in here, pause and rewind. These foundations make today's lesson click even harder. And if you're returning, high five, you're building momentum. Today, we're shifting from skeleton to soul, brainstorming ideas and themes. This is where the magic ignites. You've got the structure ready. Now what story will it tell? What emotion will it claw out of your listener's chest? Think about it. Every great song starts as a spark, a fleeting thought, a gut punch, a what if that haunts you. But without a system to capture and nurture those sparks, they flicker out. Brainstorming isn't about forcing perfection. It's about mining the raw ore of your experiences, observations, and imagination. And here's the beautiful tie-back to our cultural thread. The richest ideas often borrow from the world's vast library, literature's metaphors, poetry's rhythm, history's triumphs and tragedies. Bob Dylan didn't invent protest songs. He wove folk traditions from Woody Guthrie's Dust Bowl Chronicles into his own electric visions. Taylor Swift? Her breakup anthems echo Jane Austen's witty heartaches, remixed for the Instagram age. In this episode, we'll explore 3 proven techniques: Freewriting for unfiltered flow, mind mapping for visual connections, and observation for real-world gems. We'll break them down with simple steps, real artist examples, and mini exercises you can try right now. By the end, you'll have a toolkit to generate ideas on demand. No blank page paralysis. Plus, we'll touch on theme selection, common pitfalls, and a pro tip from songwriting pros. Aim for 10-15 minutes of your time today, and you'll walk away with at least 3 song seeds ready to plant in that episode 2 structure. Ready to let ideas loose? Let's dive in. First up, Freewriting. This technique is your chaos to clarity converter. The concept is simple. Set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes, pick a prompt, and write without stopping. No grammar worries, no judging the quality. Just let words tumble out like a conversation with your subconscious. It's rooted in Julia Cameron's Morning Pages from her 1992 book, The Artist's Way, a practice that's helped countless creators unblock. Why does it work for songwriting? Songs thrive on authenticity, and freewriting bypasses your inner editor, the voice saying, "That's cliché," or "too personal." It uncovers themes bubbling under the surface: regret, joy, that awkward family dinner last week. Start with prompts tied to your life or culture. For personal, the last time I felt truly free. For cultural, what would historical figures say about modern love? Write stream of consciousness, fragments, repeats, all welcome. Let's make it concrete. Imagine prompt, forgotten summer. Your free write might spill crickets in the grass, bike tires on gravel, her laugh echoing off the lake. Wait, was it her or the wind? Salt on skin, fireflies blinking secrets, dad's old radio crackling Motown hits. Why does it hurt now? Because summers end, and so do we. Hook. We were fireflies, chasing light we couldn't keep. Boom, theme of fleeting youth, with a chorus hook sketched in under 300 words. For a verified artist example, consider Joni Mitchell and her 1971 track A Case of You from the album Blue. Mitchell described her process as deeply intuitive and stream of consciousness, pouring out raw emotions during a period of personal turmoil in California. In interviews, she revealed writing in bursts of unfiltered prose, capturing heartbreak over Leonard Cohen-inspired relationships. Mitchell confirmed that Blue emerged from journal-like entries, blending poetry and confession without overthinking, resulting in lines like, "I drew a circle in the morning, drew it wide to let you in that feel like overheard thoughts. No wonder it's covered by over 200 artists. Try it now. Pause the video, set your phone timer for 3 minutes, prompt, "A door I wish I'd opened." Scribble in Notes app or paper. What emerged? A memory? A metaphor? That's your verse seed. Pacing yourself here. Free writing isn't about volume, it's velocity. Aim for 200, 300 words in 5 minutes. If stuck, switch prompts midway. Common snag. This is garbage. Push through. Gold hides in the mess. Over time, this builds your idea muscle. Songwriters like Fiona Apple credit similar dumps for her dense, narrative-driven tracks. Woo, feel that flow? That's the point. Free writing democratizes ideas. No degree needed, just honesty. Moving from linear spill to visual web, mind mapping. This technique turns brainstorming into a treasure hunt, revealing hidden links between concepts. Coined by Tony Buzan in the 1970s, it's like drawing your brain's subway system. How to do it? Center a core word or image on a page. Say, betrayal. Branch out associations. Knife and back. Personal. Julius Caesar. Historical. Broken guitar string. Musical. Sub-branches. For knife, add rusty blade. Midnight call. Forgiveness tea. Colors help. Red for pain, blue for reflection. Apps like MindMeister or Paperwork keep it messy, organic. Why songwriting gold? Maps expose patterns. That Caesar branch might spark a verse on political backstabbing. Chorus hook, et tu, my tune. It bridges personal to universal, echoing our cultural nod. Ideas as collages from life's museum. Artist example, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino for This Is America, 2018. While not explicitly mind mapping, Glover's process involved layered visual planning, storyboarding themes of black joy versus violence, drawing from Jim Crow imagery and gospel roots. Glover described mapping cultural symbols like the church choir and Jim Crow pose on whiteboards, connecting historical lynchings to modern gun culture. This non-linear web birthed the video's chaotic structure, with the song's hook, This Is America, emerging as a central node tying distractions to deeper critique. Result, 500 million views, a Grammy, and a masterclass in thematic interconnection. Mini exercise, map home. Central node, 5 branches, 2 sub each. What song title popped? Mine did. Porchlight Lies, A Tale of Returning Changed. Pitfall, over-organizing too soon. Let branches wander, edit later. This method shines for genre benders. Radiohead's Tom York maps sonic ideas for albums like Kid A, where he sketched emotional landscapes to escape rock conventions. Mind maps aren't just pretty diagrams, they're your song's DNA decoder, turning isolated thoughts into symphonies. Now the technique that grounds it all in reality. Observation. This is active noticing, tuning your senses to the world's quiet signals, then twisting them into song fuel. It's the poet's eye, the historian's ear, seeing stories in the ordinary. Rooted in mindfulness practices, it's free and immediate. Steps: choose a spot, park bench, coffee line, evening walk. For 10-15 minutes, catalog details. Sights, cracked sidewalk like a fault line. Sounds, distant train whistle, lover's whisper. Smells, fresh bread masking exhaust. Feelings, benches chill seeping through jeans. No judgment, just collect. Then ask, what's the hidden story? Tie to culture. A train whistle might echo the Underground Railroad's coded signals. Why vital for songs? Observation births specificity, the spice that makes universals relatable. Vague, I feel sad becomes salt tracks down my cheek like escaped prisoners. Boom, imagery that sticks. Verified example, Leonard Cohen's 1967 Suzanne from his debut album Songs of Leonard Cohen. Inspired by real walks along Montreal's St. Lawrence River with Suzanne Verdel, he described observing her grace amid riverboats, tea rituals, and autumn leaves during platonic strolls in the early 1960s. These sensory details, the sun pours down like honey, tea and oranges, wove into stream of consciousness verses, blending everyday beauty with spiritual undertones. No grand event, just observed intimacy, yielding a folk classic covered by over 100 artists. Exercise, step outside, or window gaze. Note 5 senses for 5 minutes. Prompt, this moment as a breakup. What line emerged? Observation trains your ear for the world's soundtrack. Patti Smith's punk poetry and Gloria drew from NYC street grit. Combine with prior techniques, free-write your observations, map the output. It's how themes evolve from snapshot to saga. With ideas flowing, let's select themes. The emotional core your structure will cradle. Start personal, love's messiness, triumph or tangle, identity quests, quiet regrets. These ground you. 80% of hits stem from lived truth. Scale universal, change. Guthrie's migrant anthems as Dust Bowl eyewitness accounts. Justice, Nina Simone's Mississippi Goddam, born from 1963 Birmingham church bombing observations. Wonder, Ailish's Ocean Eyes capturing sibling awe in 2015 home recordings. Balance, authentic plus relatable. Avoid overused tropes unless twisted. Lost love becomes love lost in translation apps. ASCAP's 2022 Songwriter Survey found 65% of pros succeed by remixing personal stories with cultural layers, boosting originality. Pro tip, theme test with the so what question. Does it evoke feeling? Revise until yes. Common pitfalls, overthinking, ideas die under analysis. Solution, set done timers, or isolation, solo brainstorming limits angles. Counter, share snippets in communities like Reddit's R Songwriting, active since 2009, 100K plus members. Another gem, hybrid techniques, free-write observations, map the output. This mirrors pros. Paul McCartney mind-mapped Hey Jude from a car ride consoling Julian Lennon, where the drive's emotional notes branched into the 7-minute epic. You're equipped now. Ideas aren't scarce. They're everywhere, waiting for your net. Before we wrap, let's recap the core ideas from today's lesson to solidify your toolkit. First, free-writing unleashes unfiltered authenticity. 5 minutes of non-stop words to bypass blocks, as Cameron's method proves with its 25% creativity boost. Second, mind mapping uncovers connections, radial branches from a central spark, like Glover's thematic webs for cultural critique. Third, observation harvests specificity, sensory details from the world, Cohen style, turning mundane moments into metaphorical gold. Theme selection balances personal truth with universal resonance, tested by So What, remixing life with culture for fresh angles, pitfalls like overthinking, counter with timers and hybrids, building that idea muscle daily. Remember, brainstorming is mining, not manufacturing. Quantity breeds quality. That's your brainstorming arsenal. For more, explore Poetry for Beginners playlist, lyrical prompts galore, or music history essentials for theme evolution across eras. Assignment, generate 5 ideas, 1 free write, 1 map, 1 observation. Pick a theme, sketch a hook. Share one below. Community feedback sparks more. Portfolio link in description. See my messy maps turn tracks. Like if ideas ignited, subscribe for episode 4, lyrics that land. Notifications on, we're crafting your song. Thanks for creating with me. See you next time.